Yesterday, I posted a video that I took whilst on holiday in Stockholm. Now, the reason Mrs. Disgruntled and I were in Sweden was to go to a concert by Swedish metal giants Elaine. Something I hadn't figured on, though, was that shortly after I posted this video, it was watched by the two founding members of the aforementioned Swedish metal band. Now, just because I've had rock royalty watch one of my videos, it won't change me as a person. I'll continue to record these videos for the peasants. But it got me thinking of the differences between Swedish and British metalheads. I mean, one thing that really did surprise me with Elaine's concert was they didn't have any pyrotechnics, because usually Swedish bands are fucking obsessed with having flames leap out of the stage. Although, having spent some time in Sweden, I guess the reason for that is there's a chance you could get warm. In fact, if you're a smoker, if you go to Stockholm, it wouldn't surprise me that if you went to light a cigarette up, by the time that naked flame had popped out of your lighter, there'd be three guys with electric guitars windmilling around it. But this concert did take place in a historic theatre, so that's probably why there weren't any flames. They didn't want to burn it to the ground. But the main difference between Swedish and British metalheads is that Swedish people are unbelievably polite. Now, I was meeting people who I know through social media, but it's the first time I've met them face to face. Now, with British people, when we meet for the first time, it's a race to see who can swear the most. If there's a British guy who I know through Facebook, the first time I meet him, it'll be, "Fuck me! Fucking no women! You fucking here! You fucking made it, you fucking wank! Look, this fucking arsehole made it!" Because in Britain, swearing is a term of endearment. Whereas, on Saturday night, I met these proper big Swedish metalheads, and all of them, perfect English, "Hi, very nice to meet you." And I spoke to some other British people. We don't know what to make of it, people being polite. The same thing applies to bands. If you go and see a British heavy metal band, the singer will come out, first thing out of his mouth, "Fuck you, motherfuckers!" Now, if you break that sentence down and remove all the profanity, you're left with the word "you." Everything else is swearing, although I am assuming that motherfucker is hyphenated. Whereas Elaine come out on stage, "Thank you so much for being here." And us Brits don't know what to do. Well, it's all right. We're, happy to be here. Should we throw things at them? We normally throw things at bands when they confuse us. This is another thing with Swedish people being polite. It's a seated venue. So when people stood up, all the Swedes are looking over and checking with the person behind me. "Is it okay if I stand up?" But in Swedish. Now contrast that with when I went to see Iron Maiden a few years ago in Britain. I got to the venue, took my jacket off, turned around to put it in my bag and felt something warm and wet hit me on the back of the head because someone's pissed into a pint glass and indiscriminately just thrown it over their shoulder. Now, on a serious note, this Brexit bullshit has really got to be done soon. Britain is the home of heavy metal, and all this shit going on in our politics is putting bands off from coming here. So get it fucking sorted, politicians. Because I loved going to Sweden and seeing the sights of Stockholm. We need to get more bands to come over here to Stoke-on-Trent and give them a guided tour of our vandalism and heroin addicts.